the obstacle ceases to exist. I hear the sound of a comeback. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. And you are only one decision away from changing your whole life. My words are about to water the seeds of greatness that God planted in you a long time.
All right. What up, everyone? I hope everyone's ready for an exciting night ahead. We've got some really good training ahead tonight, guys. So again, just like at the start of every night, guys, we'll go over a couple little things. One, make sure you have your notepads and pens out ready to go. Make sure you're sitting up at a desk so you can actually write it down and take in everything that you're about to learn. And make sure when we go into our recognition section, guys, that you participate as much as possible, and we're recognizing all the people that need to be recognized. Also, guys, if you're going to be doing that, we're going to be asking you to write in the chat box, and that's down in the bottom there, guys. There's a little chat bubble there, and you can type in there and you can send the message to everyone so we can all see that. All right, guys, super excited tonight. We're going to get straight into it. We're going to go into, so this week's a little bit different, guys. So we've combined the 2 days basically together. Now, instead of doing the Monday and Wednesday, we just have the Monday call on, okay? So we're going to go into recognition, guys, and then we're going to go into our training segment, and I'll be announcing the guest speaker for the training as well as we get into that. All right, guys, so this first part, I'm just going to bring up my screen. Cool. All right, guys, so welcome to the Coach Academy. All right, guys, so super excited. This part is my favorite part of the night. This part is, of course, recognition. So, guys, this is where I'd like to, and we've got a couple of people that have already sort of been pre-selected, and we're gonna hear from them very shortly, guys, as well. But this is where really I'd like to recognize as many people as possible as we can, guys, within the organization. So, guys, if you have anyone who has a new result of some sort, whether they also are a new member and you want to recognize them, anybody who has maybe recently got a client and, we'd like to hear about that as well, and maybe what program they started on, especially if it's their first client, then we really want to hear that as well. And, of course, any MAP qualifiers and anyone moving up in the marketing plan. So, guys, at this point, this is where I'm going to ask you guys to write down as many of those in the chat box as possible. We want to hear from all of those. And absolutely. So we've got one here from Jake and Jade. I'd love to hear about this. So Jake and Jade, they have someone with Danielle, and she's lost 13 kilos and only started a month and a half ago. So Jake, Jade, I don't know who's on there at the moment, but I'd love to hear how Danielle lost 13 kilos in a month and a half.
Well, is Daniel on? It is a guy.
Daniel, this is what happens when you skip.
No, yeah. So Daniel actually was a client of ours probably about probably over a year and a half ago. Then he went through a lot of things, and he did drop off. And then he spoke to us. Yeah, I think it was literally like mid-February, and he wanted to make that change again because he wasn't happy with his body. And I think he started on a shake, tea, aloe, and a multi. So nothing too crazy, but that sort of and a rebuild as well. And he's been smashing the gym. And yeah, he's lost 13 kilos, which is like crazy. And I think it's just been consistency for him. Unfortunately, he was actually meant to jump on, but I think the biggest thing for him is just being consistent. Like we try and do weekly weigh-ins to make sure, because mentally it's sometimes very hard to lose weight. But that's been the biggest thing for him is weekly weigh-ins.
Awesome. That's incredible. So, it's an incredible result, guys. It's always good to hear such good results. And, to let you guys know and just to, again, reassure, especially people if they're new, that the results that we're getting out there in the communities are incredible. Like,
wait, one sec. Daniel just jumped on, by the way. Can we give him a clap? He just jumped on the call.
So let's, first of all, if Daniel might not realize what just happened. So, Daniel, if you just jumped on, mate, we just recognize you. Jake wanted to recognize you for the weight. You've lost over 13 kilos. with a month and a half. So we're going to clap it up for Daniel, guys. Well done for that.
All right, Daniel.
Well done. So that's incredible. And all right, so Brad, Lisa, I know you had a couple of guys going through some things. You had some people doing some expos, and you also had somebody who is at a Success Builder. Is that right?
Yes, correct.
All right, let's hear about it.
You want to get the girls to
Okay.
share?
First of all, I'll get Ellen to unmute to share. Ellen is a supervisor. Well, they're both supervisors down in Armidale, and they did an expo on the weekend. And you know, it's more about the experience they got as, you know, doing this kind of event, and just maybe a couple of things that was really important for you that you learnt along the way as well. Ellen, if you could start off, please, and congratulations.
Thank you. So this was our first expo. It was a body, mind, soul expo. So there were a lot of alternate therapies there. And Armidale was really busy on the weekend. We had Autumn Festival, and there were gem shows, and there were quilting shows, and there were all kinds of different things. So it wasn't as busy as we expected it to be, but that was probably a good thing because it gave us time to have really quality conversations and not rush things to people as they came through. But it also gave us time to build up confidence with talking with people as well. So we just decided that we were going to focus on just doing surveys and having conversations with people to get to know them. We did do a couple of wellness evaluations on the spot because one lady had driven from Narrabri, and that's a 3-hour drive from here. So she'd driven from Narrabri to come to the expo because she's just looking to find solutions. She spent 14 years looking after a paraplegic husband and hasn't looked after herself. So she actually walked away with a 3-day trial pack, and she's started today. I've touched base with her today. She's doing it as a 6-day healthy breakfast program. And she's fantastic. We've been texting each other all day about how she made the shake, what she put in it. She's not used to almond milk, but she's giving it a try to see if she likes it. And yeah, so we just focused on that. We made some really good connections with some of the other stall holders. So that was really good. And one of them is a health coach that works with people. He focuses on sugar and reducing the sugar, but he works with them on whatever diet they're on. So Atkins, keto, whatever they're doing. So he came over and we had a chat about Herbalife and what we do and what we focus on. And then he actually sent people over to us. So that was really good as well. And we just focused on, we're Team Armidale, we're about promoting our healthy, active community. And we just supported each other and helped each other. And it was great. I really enjoyed the weekend with Megan. It was really good.
That's fantastic.
Did either you or Megan get his name?
Yes, we've got his contact details. We've connected on Facebook. He's put Megan in contact with the Gut Man. So the Gut Man's coming to do a session at some point, and this guy Perry is prepared to come. If we run something here in town, he's prepared to come and talk about sugar. So he basically does that sugar, fat, salts stuff. So he goes by that book, that sugar, fat, salt, sugar, fat, or whatever it's called. I've actually bought that on eBay, so I'm waiting for that to come now so I can read it. So we've done our own professional development over the weekend while we've been helping other people, and we really wanted to focus on, because everybody views Herbalife Nutrition as a weight loss program. So our biggest focus was on promoting it as a healthy, active lifestyle, not just a weight loss program. And that went really well.
Good.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Yeah, well done. And I'd actually like to know, and I love the fact that you focus on surveys instead of trying to sell stuff as well. I think that's very smart because you can obviously just engage with them, get a relationship with them. How many surveys do you think you got out and within what time period?
Well, we did it over the 2 days. Megan did more than me because I'm a single mum, so I was coming and going to gymnastics and different birthday parties and things. So it was a bit of a juggle. So there were times when I had to leave and Megan just held the fort and did it. So in terms of surveys with quality leads, I've got 3 or 4 here. And what we did too was we did enter your details and go in the draw to win a 6-day healthy breakfast program as well. So Megan and I each put one 3-day trial pack in as a prize, and we drew that at the end. So we've each got a person to follow up with that. And some of them are couples. So some of the people that we did surveys with are couples as well. So
Good.
when you're doing a follow up, there's 2 people to follow up.
Awesome. Well done. That's awesome. Well done. So let's clap it up for her as well done, guys.
Sharing, Ellen.
Brad, Lisa, so now you say you have been
Sorry, just a bit of feedback there, Bo.
Just had to unmute everyone. I'll unmute you again, Brad. Yeah, so Brad, Lisa, some of you guys, you have somebody that is now Success Builder. Please fill us in.
This girl's come from just a walk and talk. We're going to explain a little bit more soon as well, but we do a lot of personal prospecting. We're out in the market, and whether we're knocking on doors, we're stopping people in the streets, we do spend a lot of time just going into businesses, and we can be very selective. And it was funny, it was just the day before I said to Lisa, I want to target, business people with cafes and, obviously thinking, we can get our healthy protein bars and, our protein balls, and I'd make a muesli slice and our oat cakes and all that into the cafes as a healthy section. And also, some of you guys may not know, one of the models with Herbalife is our nutrition clubs. It's a shake, tea and aloe at a set price as well. And so we walked in, and funny, there's one day we got 2 amazing inquiries. We booked an appointment. The other one is actually Wednesday. But this girl came in and, literally over about an hour and a half to get everything rocking and rolling, because it's, talk a bit about the process. And, we did a wellness evaluation. We went through a little presentation, gave her these samples. She was in. And in this period of time, she sucked down about 3 of the beverages. So we definitely had energy level was about a 20 out of 10. And, so she was in, but it was just that quality. She got 2 kilos in the first 11 days and 20 centimeters. And, she comes from a sports and bodybuilding background. So it's not like she needed to lose a lot, but that got her attention as well as the energy. Then we started talking about, hey, getting the products in, doing a home party, with her friends, but doing a little home party in the cafe. And she liked that idea. She got one of her friends to talk to Lisa, who went through the 3-day trial. And, we spoke about 500 volume points. We spoke about 1,000 at 42% as well. And I give people options, guys. Mark Hughes always said, let everybody see the big picture and then find out where they want to go, what they want to do, where they want to start. And we thought she might just do the 500. She was here Saturday, and she did 1,000 volume points, already got a client, and looks like she'll have a second one soon as well. So, she's just made that decision, and, that's fantastic. Lovely lady. She's got a cafe where she's virtually full-time, and she's studying a degree as well in nutrition. So, but very exciting.
And she's at uni tonight, so unfortunately she, to my knowledge, is not on the call yet. And what I got this from President Team Joanna Goyne. She sets her brand new members up with an expectation of we want to get you to supervisor as fast as possible. It could be a month, 2, 3, 12.
Yep.
But my goal for you is to help you achieve that within a 90-day period. So if you show people the option of 500 or 1,000 with the MAP concept, it's a very easy process to get to supervisor within a 90-day period, if not that by that 4th month. So, and
she's done her first month MAP, and she might only do 500 next month, no problems. But it's just the process, and when you've got the experience, guys, going faster is easier than slower. Okay, and better.
Awesome.
So thanks, Bo.
Awesome. And her name was?
It's Sophie Fraser. Yeah.
All right,
Sophie.
so let's clap it up for Sophie, guys.
Yeah. Watch this space.
Yeah, awesome.
Oh, and
sorry, what was that?
No problems. We've actually got some team members on the call who is, I don't know if they know this yet, but I'll definitely be letting them know by the end of tonight. We've got Kelly and Sarah are only 189.17 points away from qualified producer. Woo!
Wow, awesome. Clap it up, guys.
Did not know that. Yeah, permanent 42%. Next step, supervisor after that. So we've got to nail this by the end of the month.
Won't be far.
Nice, awesome. All right, not far away then, hey guys. All right, so guys, next step, we're going to go into our actual training for this evening. Oh, sorry, we do have one more person to recognize. So Jade, if you guys are still on the call, you have another person that's lost 12 kilos in under 4 weeks. All right, tell us what they did and what they're on.
Yes, absolutely crazy. This is actually George's client. I'm pretty certain he's on pretty much the same as Daniel, as I said before, Shake T, and I'm pretty certain Rebuild and the PPP, but I could be wrong with the PPP. But yeah, he's pretty much been the same thing. Just been getting his nutrition on track. He joined CrossFit. Just like a complete, I think the big thing for him was the mental shift. Believing that he could actually achieve it. And that's been the real big thing. And yeah, he's smashed it. He just keeps dropping weight. And I think he's even putting on muscle, which is pretty hard to do when you're dropping so much weight. So very, very good.
Awesome. Well done. Clap it up.
Yo!
Well done, guys. Well done. All right. Super excited for the next bit, guys. So, all right, hold on. I'm just going to get out of these screens, guys. We're about to go into our training segment. And I did not know that we had Brad here. Oh, no, I didn't put a name down anyway. So I can welcome Brad and Lisa onto our next part, who will be going through our training segment. So, guys, I'm going to stop my screen because I'm sure you have your own slides you would like to share. All right, guys, let's welcome Brad and Lisa on to do our training segment for this evening, guys.
Yay!
Guys, that too. And yes, I'm sort of glad when Lisa was saying that what was happening tonight, it was just nice to, we work as a duo in the business and always have, and I figure we always will. So what?
That's positive thinking.
Hopefully. If she doesn't kick me out or something, but anyway. But, because we do so much personal prospecting, it's what we added our business. So we don't have a lot of slides, guys. I think there's only one picture. So hopefully this is notes. Bo is recording it. So the process of prospecting is a lot of people get scared with it. I'm not sort of sure what time frame we have, but a lot of people get scared with the thought of prospecting. And what I want to tell you is, if you've ever spoken to anybody that you did not know, think of it, that's a bit like prospecting. You've said hello to somebody, you've asked them directions, you've asked them time, you've asked them, they're in a restaurant, what do they think about the restaurant, or a clothes shop lady, and it's just general talking, it's just general conversation making. And when I've got somebody new, I like to go through some real basics about it first. Go and ask 10, 20, 50 people the time, okay? Take your watch off and ask, 10 or 50 people what the time is. So you're engaging in a one question, excuse me, what's the time, please? And let them, and get that. And then the second one, 10, 20, 50, odd people, the directions to somewhere other than where you are. Meaning, Bo, look, do you know where the train station is? And let Bo explain that to you, and then you just double check, and you said, okay, down here to the left, 2 blocks, and then turn right. It's just there, is it? Great, thanks, bud. And you're interacting just in a couple of sentences, because everything is learning and everything is getting confidence. Then what I do is I teach people to hand out a flyer, go in and hand out 10, 20, 50 flyers. Hey, look, I'm in health and nutrition. We help people feel amazing and lose weight. Bang, go. Or, hey, we've just started this amazing business. If you're looking for a passive income, go. So again, keep it easy, keep it simple. But you've got to practice. Our trade and our skill and our art of Herbalife is talking to people. And to be as silly as it sounds, I'll stop in the earlier stages. I would stop at a set of lights, wind my window down or push the button and talk to the person in the car beside me.
Yes, he would.
And most people would look at me and think, you're strange. But it's just engaging in conversation at every opportune moment. Okay, so that's just a little setting the scene. So with ours, our goal, and we go out, 4 days out of, generally 5 days out of the 7, and we spend at least an hour out prospecting. And we're going into mostly businesses. In the afternoons and evenings, we sort of do a bit more knocking on doors, and I'll talk about that. But when we're out going into the businesses, we do one of 2 main and 3 as the option. But we've obviously promote our local fit club. We promote out our online challenges, which is, the 30-day challenge, or it might be 6 weeks or 8, whatever you're doing from an exercise, nutrition, teaching and education. And we promote out the wellness in the workplace. And, when I was training sales...
Which is basically wellness evaluation.
Yeah, wellness evaluations. When I was working in the fitness industry, we used to talk about a wellness, health and wellness campaign. And so the language still works. So it's just that wellness in the workplace. And we just say that we're offering free health appraisals. It takes about 15 minutes. We give you this incredible power breakfast or lunch or morning tea and a lot of energy. When can we book that in? You'll know straight away if there's a positive or not. And I was doing this into a lot of small businesses where I knew that it was a one-on-one and I couldn't get them out because they're locked into their business. And then, I would just book a time in a brief and just say that, look, I'll come back in the next couple of days, do that free wellness evaluation, and I'll give you a free, an amazing power breakfast morning tea. And, letting them know that I just work around your clients. If you're busy, I'll just stop and wait, so that I'm not going to interfere with that as well. And, that was working well. One of the months back, we got over 26 trial packs out, and that created, with customers and their members, I think we ended up getting about 18 odd customers from that. There was about 4 or 5 members, and volume that month was over 7 just from what we had created. Okay, so everything works. But we love this side of things where we're eyeballing people. We still do our social media. We still do the stuff online. We still try to upgrade our clients. We still talk to our members about upgrading and helping them get more clients. But we're out creating our new business every day. And that's key because we're very conscious of our personal volume, helping more people with the product and helping more people with the business. And the other thing that we promote out is with our like a little business flyer that we're setting up a new division. Do you know anybody in the fitness industry? Do you know any, and if they look sharp, or do you know anybody that if they look a bit, from another country, we might say, look, we're setting up a new division in Asia. We're setting up a new division in Europe. And so we're just being a bit specific as well, depending on who I think I'm talking to. But you might just say to start, we're setting up a new division. It's in health and nutrition, health and fitness, just incredible. Look, I'm not too sure. You're looking for a second income stream. So it's asking the question, not being afraid to ask that question as well, because, you've got to ask the question because you want that response. If you just give them a flyer and walk away, most times they may not come back, or they lose the flyer and they won't engage back. But if I'm asking the question, I'm getting some sort of response then, I can work from that. And my goal is to get name and numbers. Alrighty, so hopefully that makes sense. One of the little...
Sorry, I just made the screen big.
We might just quickly take share, but just to show you, this was one of the things that we were doing before a fit club. Somebody came and they were checking it out. That's at the back of the car, setting up a mat with the little scales and doing a wellness evaluation right there and then. Joined into the fit club, had his shake and tea at the end, and literally, I think he became a client. So, but regardless, it's about being ready to do it anywhere at any time. I've actually walked around with those scales, knocking on doors and offering free wellness evaluations in the house, in the home place.
Yes, we have.
And I've gotten clients from that. And, it's not being afraid. It's just if you enjoy the product and you feel benefit from the product and you want to help people, This is just something to help. Some people say no. Some people say, oh, maybe. And some people say yes. But I don't care about the ones that say no. I give them a flyer. I leave something with them. If things change, they might remember this crazy guy that knocked on my door wanting to do my body fat or check my fat, you know what I mean, and put it in a funny way. But again, it's just being out there, and being out there creates the opportunity to help somebody, you know, feel better, or the business opportunity. So.
Good timing, honey.
You.
I had the timer on him.
3 minutes and 15 seconds.
No, that was set it at 10 minutes.
Oh.
So you've been talking for 7.
Oh, it was a countdown.
What I'd like, yeah, it was a countdown. You were going to get gonged off. Okay. What I'd love to do is just elaborate a little bit and also share what goes on in when we're doing this wellness in the workplace. So the key is just use everybody as practice. You know, Bo said the perfect thing when Ellen was talking about the expo. They didn't go there to sell product. So that's one of the, I think that's one of the things that brand new members get a little bit overwhelmed with, is that the goal is to sell product. Well, the goal isn't. The goal is to actually help change people's lives and get results. We just happen to have the #1 product in the world to help them do that. So it's about sharing results, testimonial, testimonial, testimonial. Hence the boards behind us.
Just quickly on that, sorry.
I didn't interrupt you.
I know, but it's pertinent. With Mark Hughes, you know, he always says, guys, if you put the pressure on thinking about making the sale, it'll come across. But Mark would always say that his goal was just to get people to listen to what he had to say.
Yeah.
And the whole process became easier.
Yes. So, and one other thing is that Mark Hughes talks about, after you've gotten your first 50 clients, you're going to get a little bit good at it. So,
A little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So try to achieve those 50 clients as fast as possible, meaning more than one a month, because it's going to take a heck of a long time to upgrade your skills. And it's just about learning new skills. You know, Jim Rohn Training talks about the fact that he had a skill in milking cows, and then he had a skill in learning how to do sales. So he was upgrading his skills as life went on. So we know the numbers are generally, the numbers don't lie. So if you do 15 evaluations, you've probably spoken to somewhere around 50 to 100 people to get those appointments. And our goal is always around 15 evaluations a month, which means that we'll get 10 trial packs out and we'll get our 5 to 7 new clients. And from that, generally one member out of those 5 to 7 new clients, someone sees the business opportunity. So also our goal is to get a tea and a shake into somebody's body. So we walk around with a little chili bin and the scales at times, never knowing what opportunity we're going to have. So it's always about being prepared. So we do a lot of one-on-one in the workplace. You know, someone said, oh yeah, that sounds like a great idea. They'll say, what's the catch? And we say there is none. You know, you'll either love the experience or not. So, oh, my alarm's going off now. So that was his last 3 minutes. I've got a little bit longer.
Oh.
Hey, you talked for 7. I've only spoken for 3. Okay. So by the way, we don't always work together, guys. We do some common things together, but we also have our own style of business and style of prospecting.
But I taught her everything she knows.
I'll actually defend that. I had to do cold calling when we owned a business. Little side story here, guys. When I started Herbalife, I'd come out of a situation where I put 2 investment properties under guarantor for my ex-husband to buy a business. I was young and naive. And so he bought the business against everybody else's recommendation because of he was buying a cafe and catering business in a saturated area. So basically, we worked over 100 hours a week, didn't pay ourselves for those 2 years because we were paying the staff and everything else that comes with the business. And within 2 years, we basically went broke. So he walked away scot-free, and I had $500,000 debt. So, you know, the investment into Herbalife is when you don't have much money, it's about getting skills as fast as possible. So that just means talk to more people. You've got it. Your why has to be strong enough for you to actually overcome that discomfort, because Herbalife is a business of inconvenience. Success is about inconvenience. You have to stretch and grow all of the time. So when we go into the businesses, my goal is to get a tea and a shake into somebody's body, show them their numbers, show them testimonials. If we're doing a one-on-one, we don't have our boards, but if we can actually get into a business place where they're happy for us to come into their staff meeting, and it really is about showing the benefits of a healthy breakfast, the statistics of what's happening to Australia, which is, you know, there's 15 million people overweight and obese. 90% of those actually don't have breakfast. So this is information that was at Spectaculars. You know, we take screenshots of the slides going up of when General Manager Rod Taylor comes up, because that's valuable information, guys, that we need to take to the marketplace. We have a pandemic of obesity and sickness, so it's up to us to help people have healthy options. So these are just poster boards of testimonials. I want people to be listening in one ear and absolutely transfixed on befores and afters while we're talking to them, because they're not listening about the product, they're actually listening about results. And obviously I always lead in with, no matter who I'm talking to, because most people are overweight, I lead in with, you know, we help people get amazing energy. And I've got their attention generally from that point. That's the first thing I always bring to their attention.
One of the things too, guys, is remember, people don't buy Herbalife for Herbalife. They don't get signed up for Herbalife. They get signed up for you because, you know, they don't know anything. In most cases, they don't know anything about Herbalife. They don't know anything about, you know, the business. They're going to get started because of how they feel about you, okay? And that's just what it is. Once they start to learn, it was mine when I first got started, you know, first time around, you know, didn't even try the product, couldn't get a video to work, but there was just that basic explanation, the stories, and I thought, well, these guys were passionate, and I got started and I was a sports guy, and they were overweight. So the whole key is that you know, people will get started for you, not for the Herbalife, okay?
So the tips that we want to give you is, it literally is as simple as, we've got a wellness evaluation flyer. You know, whatever it says, it doesn't matter. Could be having a before and after with get a free health scan. Because one of our GET team members who went on to lose 37 kilos, she doesn't even remember what the flyer said in her letterbox. She just needed to lose weight, okay? So it's never about the flyer. It's about the passion of your invitation. And, you know, you got to look the part. So you got to be a work in progress. Even if you still have weight to lose, wear the button, I've lost over. So you're validating that you're a work in progress for the people that you're talking to. And if you've reached your journey and you're at your goal weight, wear how much you've lost, okay? Just make it part of your daily uniform. So we book the appointment. You know, people cancel, so we always like to have a couple of appointments. And I just confirm of the morning of the day. And we have a basic survey that goes with the Tanita scale. We let them know it's going to take around 20 minutes. I take some testimonials in a little flip book if I don't have the situation for the poster. So while they're filling out the survey, we're serving them a tea. And obviously don't make it too hot because you've only got a short time and you don't want them to burn their mouth. And I always warn people as well, it could be a bit warm, so test it before you go. So while they're when they've done the scale, they've normally finished their tea. If they haven't, I said, quick, down that one. We've got another one to go. And you'll get energy super quick as if you scull it. Have a bit of fun with it. And then we always make a berry or a banana shake and give them the option. So just make sure that when you make a shake, it's a wow shake.
Yes, has to be.
You want to knock their socks off on their first experience. We don't have a blender. It's been pre-blended. We take some ice, so we put in the shaker container, get the ice to sort of churn it up a little bit. Give them a small cup, and, they do the usual weird stuff of, whatever. And then we go through their numbers. And at the end of it, this is literally my sales pitch. So pay close attention. I say with your results and the goal you want to achieve, we have this awesome trial pack. And I do it in the form of a fun little 5-day challenge. So however you guys do your trial pack, if you use it, just say what you normally say. This is just what I say because this is what I do. If you upgrade people straight away to a program, be prepared. Have product on you. Give them a couple of choices. Say, look, we've got the Fast, Faster and Fastest program. It's about $5 a meal. Where do you want to get started? So with the trial pack, I just say, it's only blah, blah dollars. Would you like to get started? Because they've already seen a whole heap of testimonials. The tea is in their body doing this wild thing. They're feeling more energized already. They're enjoying the shake. So they literally just have to make a simple yes-no decision. If they can't do it on the spot, they just say, oh, look, can I think about it? Sure, no problems. What I'll do is I'll flick you a website to go check some stuff out. And all I send them is herbalifenutritioninstitute.com, because I want them to see how amazing that website is. It talks about fitness, it talks about nutrition, it talks about the latest in science, it talks about any query that they might want to know, except the prices. And then I just say, look, what's the best time to follow you up tomorrow? Because I can't wait to help you start losing those 13 kilos that you've written down there. Keep bringing it back to their goal.
Key point that Lisa just said there, guys, is don't personally do what you think you should, but don't give anybody a price list.
Never. It's
the most useless thing to do. It means nothing. $70 for the can of food. It could be $7, $700, or $7,000. And people don't understand the value to it. So everything can be expensive. If somebody requests a price list, I just say that, look, what we're going to do is find out exactly what you want. Then we're going to find out, how serious you are. Okay. Then we're going to find out what you can afford. Is that okay? The price is the most irrelevant. But if you lead with the price, it'll be the biggest issue.
Yes. Because someone will go and pay. I was at the Coles counter, because we leave our Fit Club flyers at the big supermarkets and so forth to put in their tea room in the local area that we do Fit Club. So there's a tip. I always ask for the supervisor or the manager on shift. I don't want to talk to the little checkout person because they're not the decision maker, and it might end up in the bin. Might end up in the bin anyway, so I'd never leave a lot. But I got sidetracked there. I saw a lady get 3 packets of cigarettes, and it cost her $225.
Oh.
So you tell me if our nutrition is expensive. Asset versus liability.
Alive or dead?
Serious liability. So I can't afford it because they got to eat food. They literally, if they're overweight, they've spent a lot of money on food. Take my word for it. They haven't done that on lettuce leaves and celery sticks.
Our sponsor used to say that.
So what we do is we help them work out their budget, show them how to make a spend shift, and if they are serious, they will do something. If they're not serious, it doesn't matter how good your pitch is, how good you explain anything. They just are they're the not now people.
And the statement goes, guys, you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. If they're right, you can do the worst, most ridiculous everything, and they're still going to come your way.
And you can't say the right thing to the wrong person either.
So, you know, we have a lot of fun with them, but, you know, the whole point of that is to lead in. And, you know, we seem to sort of get our stage where we'll do a batch, and then we've got a batch to be working with. We're looking to upgrade a certain amount of those to members, so we spend that time. So part of the key, guys, is as well, if you're recruiting and retailing, you've got to make sure that you're spending time with your new members to teach them your skills. You know, if you're brand new, you know, I got Lisa out in the early days and just showed her the prospecting. And I just kept doing it with her until she knew how to do it. And when she could do it, bang, we would then walk either side of the street doing the prospecting. And then it was doing the different times and different, you know, demographics, I suppose. And the whole key is guys, is just do it massively. Mark Hughes' video today. Get 50 customers this month. Get 50 customers next month. Get 50 customers the month after. And when you can't service that enough people, hire a receptionist, a secretary to look after the customers, or get a member that can then start to take over some of the customers. It wasn't stop getting 50 customers. The whole key, guys, is if you've got 150 customers in the next 3 months, it's going to be a very great enticement that you've got to remember, hey, Sally, come and look after 20 of them. They're yours.
Yeah, that's a great way to...
You go get another 50 customers and go and do that 2 or 3 more times to members, and you set them up and they've got 20, 30 customers already. Aren't you going to have a few people excited? A bunch of customers getting good results. So be a bit commercial with it, is don't have limitations. We had at many a time 80 to 100 customers at any given month, placing 60 plus orders on the warehouse at any given month. And so, you know, it was just the process, and then upgrading them to bigger products, referrals, and then upgrading them to becoming members looking after those referrals. So the more customers you might feel more comfortable with to start with, as long as you're walking them through and pushing them through the pipeline. You know, it's about that balance of recruiting and retailing. So.
Okay, so we're going to just put some questions in, guys, and there's thank you for your comment, Logan, that's lovely. Any tips on working the business together? This is from Jade.
Don't argue.
From the males, you mean don't argue with the woman?
One of the things, and this might sound silly, is I've always treated a relationship as an even deal. Lisa doesn't want me to tell her what to do. I don't want her to tell me what to do. She's not my boss, and I'm not her boss. This relationship is an even deal. The business, in the earlier stage, it wasn't, because she was a customer. One of my members then took over my distributorship. But in the fun side of it is we do business together. We have the same Facebook. We have the same email. We have different mobiles, but people get spun out because we have everything the same. So we train together, we exercise together, we travel together, we eat together, we work together, we play together. Now that's the nice play, travel play. But the point is that we do everything together, but we do a lot of things separate as well. Her strengths and my strengths are very different. Her weaknesses and mine are different. What I like in the business, she may not. So we know that as well. So if you are a couple, you know, find out what you like about the business and do it massively. And the other person the same. And one of the big things is, you know, strengthen your strengths and don't focus on your weaknesses. They ain't going to help. As you become better, your weaknesses will just fade away. Or there's a statement, for the things I once hated, I now love. And the things I once loved, I now hate. So, you know, everything changes. But be adapted. You know, learn to adapt into situations as well, because you guys might all be, you know, cringing about the thought of going out and personal prospecting. But I promise you, if you have fun with it, I have fun with it every day. I don't know who I'm going to talk to. I don't know who I'm going to be able to help and then affect their life. Like intercepting a phone call with Lisa 14 years ago, she could have hung up on me. But that interception of a phone call, got some information, 4 months later, got her started, healthy, and now just a dynamo in the business for, you know, Herbalife and everybody. So,
Awesome.
So,
And so before we go into Q&A, because I know we're about to do that, I can see you guys heading towards that. I want to just unmute everyone, guys. Let's give Lisa and Brad a massive round of applause for that training so far, guys. Well done. All right, so guys, yes, we're going to go into Q&A now, and what we're going to do, guys, is Brad and Lisa are going to answer as many of these as we can, and I'm going to be a little bit selfish. I'm going to start off with a couple of questions myself. For now, guys, everybody start plugging your questions away into that chat box, and we'll be able to read through those, and they're going to be able to answer them as best they can. So for myself, I love to kind of know numbers, and I'm really interested in what people do on a daily basis that are sort of moving them. And I like what you said. You work about 4 or 5 times a week, really solid focus on the business, where you're doing a lot of prospecting and stuff like that. So on a daily basis, what does your day look like? As in, like, when you said you do some door knocks and stuff like that, do you guys kind of have like a schedule, or do you have like a DMO list that you pick from?
So
you want to say, do you want to go on? You start speaking. You're hilarious.
look, the first thing, guys, is getting up, training and exercising. That's the first priority. I do personal development when I'm at the computer. I've got 3 monitors. My left monitor has Mark Hughes playing over and over, hours of hours and hours and hours now. I don't do much reading. I don't do much other stuff. But when I'm at the computer, which is multiple hours, I'm listening to Mark. Yeah. But we get into the personal prospecting. So what I find with the business side of things, that mid-morning is the best. Lunchtime, remember, people are thinking food, and a lot of businesses have the rush hour. That's not the most advantageous for prospecting. And then after lunch for businesses, what happens is that sort of 1 o'clock, most of the people in the shop or the office are thinking about finishing. So I do find that the better results of prospecting for businesses in the morning. If I door knock in the morning, even at the daytime, I might knock on 40 doors and only talk to 5 to 10 people. If I knock on the evening, I knock on 20 doors, I'll talk to 19 people. And that's from about 4 o'clock. So after kids are getting home from school, that whole afternoon, evening, it's a tenfold better result from that perspective. So it's just experience. Shop prospecting in the morning, in the park, could be whenever, if it's a busy park, from early morning to late night. So it's just gauging that correctly.
So obviously there's probably a lot of full-time workers who don't have daytime hours available. So, what we do in the workplace may not apply to you because you're not available anyway. But what we do in after hours is door knock for wellness evaluation. Obviously local in the local area to the Fit Club, because eyeballing people, if you're talking about you've got a community service, you have a goal of helping 2,000 families get healthy. I share my goal with everybody that I talk to. That's the first thing they hear from me. So it takes them immediately out of the, oh my gosh, are you a salesperson kind of thing.
Yeah,
so
what is exactly you say when somebody answers the door and they're like, oh my God, what do you want?
Yeah. So I say, hi, my name's Lisa. It's a bit obvious. Just door knocking everybody in the area. I say door knocking everybody in the area because it helps them feel like that I haven't, if they're overweight and I'm talking about wellness,
hey, you're fat, I want to help you.
I haven't isolated them. So, and even when I'm in the within a 5-kilometer radius, I actually say I live in the neighborhood, because I sort of do if I'm in the 5-kilometer radius. And I just say, we have a community health project. Our goal is to help 2,000 families get healthy and active. And we're running a Fit Club, or we're offering 10 free wellness appraisals this month. Whatever it is you're at the door for, And then on the other side of it is we actually do the same thing for business.
Yep.
We just say we're work from home parents or work from home people, and we have a new project. We're looking for 5 key people that are seriously interested in bringing supplemental income into the family home. We have an information webinar. It's just a HOM that we've recorded in over time. Can I get your name and email and send it to you? I get a phone number as well. And they might say, what's it all about? And I just say, look, we're in health and wellness. And it goes for about 20 minutes. So if I explain it right now, I'm going to be here for 20 minutes and I don't have that time. So would you like to get the information? And, we have people who are very obliging because they need supplemental income into the home. So everything works. It's just about practice. We've said it tens of thousands of times. And do I get nervous? Absolutely. Those first 2 doors, my heart is pumping out of my chest. But as soon as I break the ice and get to talk to somebody, I'm generally okay.
One of the things too, like if you're knocking on for Fit Club or wellness evaluation, put a business flyer in the mailbox before you go up to the door. If you're doing the opposite, put a wellness evaluation flyer or Fit Club flyer in the mailbox. So, they may not pick up on that, but when they go to the mailbox, it might be the other. So it's always getting a double dip at the process. I don't do the same. I'm sort of different with my spiels, but structured. And we do our Instagram posts, we do Facebook posts. I just go online and, search different Instagram, hashtags and everything. So it's literally spending time on that. And obviously, not to mention the follow-up with customers, members, and all that. And it is a sequence. So it's having your day structured. If you're part-time, Andrea Williams, President's Team member, been in the business 30 years, made $250,000 her first year and nothing less than that since. She was working full-time, half an hour trip to work. She was prospecting people on the tram. Half an hour lunch, she was prospecting people at work. And then half an hour on the trip home, she was prospecting. 7 months, she got her income to $7,000 a month part-time. Guys, there's zero excuses if you're serious and you're dedicated. The other thing I would recommend that if you can partner up or buddy up and go and do the door knocking and the prospecting, do it. Because the having me with Lisa, it made it comfortable because she knew I was a bit better. Now, both you guys might be nervous, but one of you may be just a little bit less nervous at that point. And, you just split it up. Like Ellen and you, Megan, could be going together. Ellen, you do one. Megan, you do the next. Ellen, you do one. Megan, you do the next. And real simple, guys. Don't make it too hard and think about it. You just go and do.
So we learned way back about part-time versus full-time. What's your show-up plan? What's your accountability plan? Are you working a 3 plan, a 5 plan, or a 10 plan? And that's the amount of people that you want to engage in conversation or handing out a flyer per day. So 3, 5, or 10 for product, 3, 5, or 10 for business. And I count Fit Club as product. So when I say that, I'm actually, because my goal is I do a free wellness evaluation and give a first-time Fit Clubber a tea and a shake for free on their first visit. So I want them to, one, enjoy the experience, the fact that, oh, wow, these guys did something for free. And I'm up front and I say, look, if you want that at future Fit Club, future sessions, it's just $5 to cover the cost of the products. Because you don't make money out of that. You're not there to make money off $5. You're there to help them feel amazing, show them the promise of the future for a wow result that they're trying to achieve and they've tried to achieve for years. And then you're going to be able to upgrade them as a client or a coach. So the 3, 5, or 10 plan is where set your number. If you're part-time or full-time, set your number and just stick to that plan every day. Life happens. There may be days where the day just runs away from you because of whatever. So make it up the next day, okay?
So I hope that answers the question, Bo. And Logan, We'll talk to you about your last note there as well, Bud. We can help with that.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, definitely. I think one of the things that a couple of the guys and that have written down in the chat there is I actually didn't get it down. I wrote half of it down, but I would love to have what you just said on a if you could send it in text and I can send it to the supervisor and coach chat. That would be awesome.
Yeah. We can do that.
I definitely want to practice that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but it's
no
all
problem.
see. Keep it fun though, guys. Is it's all about the fun. If you've got a bad attitude, don't walk out the door. Go and give an attitude adjustment and then go out. That's the most important.
One more thing is when you get a no from somebody and you're at that awkward stage where your flyer's out and you really want them to take it and they say no, I just say, look, I'd love you to be able to pass it over to a friend. Can you just take it and pass it over? And if they throw it in the bin, whatever, if they actually refuse it first up, it might be because they're embarrassed and they're too ashamed to take it. So if you start talking in the third person, please pass it over to a friend, then they generally take it. And you never know. We had someone stick it on their fridge for 3 years, gave us a call, joined Weight Loss Challenge, won the Weight Loss Challenge, gone on to lose 30 kilos. She's been a client for 8 years now. So you just never know.
Awesome.
Any other quick questions there?
Survey. Oh, look, the survey is just basically the little wellness profile that we've got attached to the Tanita scale, but we can share that. There's no problems at all.
Awesome. Any other questions, guys? We've got about another minute or so, and then we're going to wrap it up with upcoming events.
All good?
Good. All right.
Thank you.
I'll leave that there. And before we go into it, guys, one more time, let's give Brad and Lisa a massive round of applause. Well done.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. So, of course, we have some upcoming events. Super excited about what we have coming up. First of all, we're just going to touch on the member activation program, of course, guys. Now, if you're brand new, this is very important for you. Guys, your member activation program is the first step for you. Now, what that means is that you need to get 5 to 7 customers within your first month and then do that 3 months in a row. Okay? Now, here's the really cool thing, guys. If you do that 3 months in a row, and that's 500 volume points or 5 to 7 customers, all right, you're going to be able to get, the company will be sending you a Herbalife Nutrition branded blender, guys. So make sure you qualify for that. Super excited to see a lot more people get their blenders and qualify for that as well. All right, guys, and of course, our upcoming event, we have the Success Summit. Now, guys, if you aren't in Brisbane, don't forget to check all of the other locations. There's one in Perth, Melbourne, Cairns, Sydney, Adelaide, Hobart. So you're all over, guys. There's going to be one there for you. Check your Herbalife emails for the stuff on that, or you can reach out to your upline. Now, Saturday, 21st of April, this is going to be bonkers. All right, guys, we have Joanne, and she's coming up now on the 21st of April to Brisbane at the Ridges South Bank. Now, guys, now this one is open to all members. Is that new? Was that always open to all members, or yeah? Well, guys, this is a massive event. The tickets, I believe, are $50 for a single or $75 for a membership. But this is training from a president team member the entire day. It's at a beautiful venue. There'll be shake and teas, and it's freaking amazing. Don't forget to qualify for the reception dinner. I believe that will be announced soon if it hasn't already on your emails. And then, of course, guys, in May, which is just a couple of months away, if you haven't decided to go already, make a decision now that you are going to be there at the Singapore, Southeast Asia, Australasia extravaganza. We have from May 11th to the 13th, and we'll give you more details because we'll be there a couple of days earlier. We have, of course, 20K executive president team, Quinton, Riviere, all the way from France, guys. And obviously he is killing it at the moment. He's just killing his business right now. And if we're lucky, what we might be able to try to do is organize a catch-up with Quentin. I will just have to maybe give him a hand job on the side. All right. Anyway. World Team Event. Skip past that last detail. World Team Event, guys. All right. Don't forget this one as well. So, again, we don't want to focus too far, but this is just to update you. August 25th to 26th, Gold Coast Convention Center. Now, why we're really talking about this now is because it's in August, which is 4 months away, 4.5 months away. You need to be world team to get to this event. I cannot stress enough, these world team leadership weekends are the best trainings you will get in the entire year, okay? For any member, these are the best trainings you will get for the entire year. It is detailed training from some of the best in the world, and I've been definitely been told who the guest speaker is, and I'm really super excited. I can't announce it, obviously, and it's not confirmed, but if it is the person that I'm thinking of, then holy crap, it is going to be amazing. Guys, make sure you're there. Make sure you focus on the Success Summit coming up. All right, 21st of April. That's only a month away. Buy your tickets. You can get it online now. If you don't get your tickets at the door, it's going to be more expensive. All right, guys, again, welcome and thank you, everyone, for coming on. Super excited. Brad, Lisa, tickets and accommodation flights are already done. Guys, save your money for your extravaganza. Get your ass to the summit, all right? Don't just go there by yourself. Get people there with you, all right? You want to move, you want to grind, you want to be get mill and pres and beyond, then do the work, guys. Let's get out there. Let's go knock on some doors. Let's go talk to businesses. Let's go message people on social media. Whatever it is, guys, you just got to do it. It's not what's happening next week, next month. It's what's happening right now, and what are you doing every day? Every day, guys, what are you doing that's going to move you forward? All right, guys, I will see everyone soon. Let's all say goodbye to each other, and thanks again to Brad and Lisa.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, bro.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you.